Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Patch Talk. Date is December 18th and we've just received another patch for Eternal Crusade. Let's jump in and let's see what we're going to be talking about today. As always, I've picked the most noteworthy additions to put in this video. I don't want to go through the full patch notes because it'll get boring very fast. So if you're one of these people that like to read the full patch notes, go to the description of the video and there is a link in there which will take you direct towards that and you can read it at your own will. In this video we're going to be going over the new character creation menu, which is fantastic, the first step to progression, the new map which has been nicknamed Ice-Mageddon by some people on the forums, the new map auto rotation feature which is very welcomed, and some gameplay tweaks and improvements. With the gameplay tweaks and improvements, I'll again go through a small list of them. I won't go through the full list because it again will get very boring very fast, but I will be giving you some visual references towards them as well. Okay, so let's start the video and jump into the character creation menu. As you can see, the new character creation menu, we have now character selection. It has a couple of features. You've got the quick play feature at the top, where if you click, it will deploy you into a game randomly on either team. Let's go back. I've already created my character, but let's create a new one now. As you can see, I'm going to create a Space Marine, call them Night Lords. Obviously I don't want the same name, VM Valrak, so I'm going to call him Evil Valrak, because being Chaos, he's evil. And every time I go to that chat now, he will automatically put me onto Chaos. Same with the normal Valrak name, he will put me onto Space Marines. Now this is a most welcome feature. I know a lot of people have been asking about this for some time now, and it's basically the first step towards progression. From this point we're going to see custom loadouts, we're going to see hopefully custom faces and stuff on certain characters, especially Space Wolves. We heard Space Wolves are getting their own really cool looking features. That's why they've been in the pipeline for so long, that's why we haven't saw them yet. But let's swiftly move on to the next subject, which is the map. So let's load that up now. And this is the new map. It is it's called Pegasus Station. It is a snow map, and it's also set at night as well, so you've got a mixture of a different environment now. We had like a dust cloud effect on the Promethean map, which was more or less midday, and this one is a night encounter on a snow plane, which is fantastic. It's also a point capture map, so you've got 3 points, A, B and C. Whoever controls them points, you have a bar at the top of your screen. As you can see now, you're about at the top of the screen. So for example, if Chaos were to capture A, B and C, that bar would start moving towards their favour. If they catch it within the allotted time, they win the map. What we have to do, since we're defending this map, we have to stop them capturing that points. If we stop them from getting that bar filled up, then we win. It's as simple as that, to be fair. Again, the map looks fantastic. I know there's still a lot of shading to do. Obviously everything's still in alpha, so there's a lot of work to do with the engine still, but just going around the map as it is now, it looks absolutely fantastic. This map, for me, I think it's separating the vehicle and the infantry both from each other. Downstairs, basically on the base of the map, vehicles can drive anywhere they want, but because you've got all these walkways and stuff like that, infantry can easily engage each other, have firefights, and not get harassed by vehicles. You know, it's basically two maps in one for me. You've got a vehicle map on the bottom, and all the infighting, infantry-based fighting, is all at the top. So all the points are on layers and stuff like that. So you know, you're not gonna have tanks rolling up, killing everyone on the point, which we saw in their previous maps. So a massive thumbs up from me from this one. And look at this. Look at this river. It makes you just want to play the Duel of Fates. Okay, I'm going to start that before I get sued. Yeah, so this map is a massive success in my opinion. It separates the vehicle and the infantry. It gives us both different grounds to fight on. Happy all round. The next feature I want to talk about is the map rotation. Simply because I know a lot of people in the Founder Access only stay as one faction, which is entirely up to them, but it's not very good for getting balance back, and you know, everyone's got to have a different opinion. So on this map now, for the first time, we have both Chaos and Space Marine will switch roles as being attackers and defenders. Great for getting feedback, great for tactical gameplay as well. You know, people can actually play this map, attack it, play this map and defend it. So great thumbs up with that. The next subject is going to be the gameplay and tweaks and stuff like that. So let's move on. Okay, one of the first things I noticed with this patch was the change to melee attack speed. I'll just demonstrate with this tactical marine at the moment. As you can see now, the attack speed is extremely fast. Even more so if you're playing with an actual melee character, apothecary with a chainsword or assault. Extremely fast now. I was playing before and got absolutely obliterated by a sorcerer. He just swung me to death. Another change is the fire rate on the plasma, as you can see here. They've actually increased the fire rate on the plasma gun. A lot more effective now when you're in those It's absolutely brutal now. Very pleased with this, as I'm a big plasma gun player. Another thing I noticed as well is the effects from the grenades. I think they tweaked this. I didn't see it in the patch notes. I may have missed it, but for me, playing on this map, I don't know if it's the night or anything like that, but for me, the grenade explosion effect and the after effect of it looks absolutely fantastic now. Let's check this out. Looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, another feature which has been added is the fire mode change on the plasma cannons. You can see you still got the single shot mode, but they've changed the charge mode to more of a mortar shot now. If I charge my gun up, you can see how it's more arced up in the air. It doesn't go as much as it, you know, the distance of the shot doesn't go as far as it was last time. I'm a bit torn on this, as I did like the suppression you could do with the charge shot from a distance. They've made the class a bit of a mid to close quarter range now, which for me, playing this class, I've been playing with it, and I just keep getting annihilated now. I may be playing it wrong, but I did prefer the old version. And lastly, we come to the change from stunning yourself, falling as a Space Marine. If you jumped off an obstacle at any height in the previous version, your character stunned himself for a couple of seconds, where now if it's over, I think it was 3 meters, he stuns himself. So if I go over to this ledge and do the big jump, watch my character stun. See that couple of seconds when it hits the ground and stuns? In a big firefight, that was quite a big pain when you're jumping off like a small obstacle over a box or getting down from a box. But now, if I go to a small jump, my character hits the ground and is running right off his feet. Let me zoom out and show you again on the other side of the bridge. Jump off, hit the ground, and run. Only a small feature, but great in the long run. More of this stuff. And we've arrived at the end of the video, where I'm basically going to give some feedback on the patch as a whole from what I've shown you today. If you want to read the full patch notes, again, the link is in the description, so feel free to go and read every last detail you wish. Okay, let's start at the character creation menu, which for me is the first step to your character progression. It's only a small feature, but in the long run of things, you know, this is where it all starts from now. From what we've been told, in January is when they're really going to start pumping features out for the character progression. I think it's going to start with the loadout system. There is a screenshot on the EC forums. I'll try and get the link and put it in the description, where the lead UI designer is actually working on the loadout system on her computer. Sorry, I forgot your name. Please don't execute me. And we actually see the Phobos pattern bolter, which is one of the Rogue Trader Store items, so maybe we might actually be getting some Rogue Trader Store stuff actually going into the game, which would be a huge welcome for a lot of people who's actually backed this game. And next we move on to the new map as a whole. Ice-mageddon, as people are calling it. Real name is Pegasus. This for me is the highlight of the patch. The new map is absolutely fantastic. Coming from the Prometheus map, where it was very, for me, vehicle orientated, where you had tanks, rhinos and predators rolling up onto points and just wiping out massive infantry. This one separates that, so you have the infantry on a different tier taking points to the tanks that are on the lower tier. So people who want to play vehicles can engage each other freely down there, and people who want to play as infantry and take the points, and actually go against each other versus squad can actually have that battle without being pestered by heavy armor and just getting wiped out in a couple of shots. So very well done with that, devs. Hope we see more maps like this where it separates that kind of combat. And next is the map auto rotation. Again, only a small feature in my opinion to be added, but most welcomed. It gives people a chance now to experience attacking and defending point of view while playing as your favorite chapter or warband. It helps people give feedback on how they see the map as a whole. As I explained before, I know some people actually play the game and don't really want to play any other chapters or any other, as Chaos or Space Marine. So some people were set on how they were seeing the map as a whole, like the Prometheus map that's just gone. People who were playing Space Marine were just seeing it from attacker point of view and never got to defend. So now we get to play as defenders and as attackers, and we get to give feedback on both. So again, very well done. Thanks for that, devs. And let's start with some of the gameplay tweaks and improvements now. Let's start with the melee swing. For me, I'm actually quite torn on this, because as a tactical, I've actually been getting a lot of kills on other tacticals swing spamming, but as a tactical, I keep getting absolutely annihilated by the classes who focus on using melee, so sorcerers and assaults. I saw this one sorcerer today. He I think he went through like 6 guys in a couple of seconds, just swing spamming his way across the room. So I don't know if they maybe should balance it a bit and like tweak it to like get in between, where it's a slightly faster for tacticals but a bit slightly slower for the assault specialized classes, because they seem a bit overpowered now. Again, that's my personal opinion. They just seem a tad bit overpowered at this moment in time. Let's move on to the plasma gun. The plasma gun fire mode has changed, which for me, who started to play this class when it first came out a lot, was very welcome. But I felt that when I was going against people a lot closer range, I was just outmatched. Like, the fire rate of the auto was way too slow for me now. I've been playing with this a bit, and yeah, I can actually go toe to toe with people now again. Using this class in this map, which is very focused somewhat on close quarter combat when you're in these rooms taking the points. So that's a big thumbs up from me. The grenades as well, the new effects. Well, I think the new effects. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'll have to go and reread the patch notes, but they look absolutely fantastic. I don't know whether it's the actual the lighting on the map since it's changed to night, but they look absolutely amazing. So yeah, very well done with that, devs. I'm very pleased how that's all turned out. And finally, we're at the plasma cannon changes. For me, I don't like how they've changed this class. The single shot mode is not that accurate as it is. So with the charge shot, the old charge shot system was a way of actually getting some precise shots onto a target and suppressing your enemy. Whereas now, because you haven't got that range anymore to put fire down, you have to put yourself closer to the enemy. And with this kind of Devastator class, it's quite dangerous. Like, on this map, I don't know how it might work on the Prometheus one, so I'll have to check that again. But with this map, when I'm trying to get in there and support my guys from a mid to close range distance now with a mortar cannon, I'm just getting absolutely lit up every time. I wish I had that range again, where I could stay on one side of a rail and they push in and I can clear the room with an arc shot now, because it's that mortar shot. I can't get them kind of angles into a room to clear it and like stun people who are like camping behind doorways or behind windowsills and stuff like that. I have to like actually get up out of cover and go towards the doorway to actually put an effective shot on that door with the new arc mortar range. So I'm hoping they may go back to the old mortar shot, because it's just not working for me. Again, my personal opinion, so please forgive. Okay chaps, we're at the end of the video now, so as always, thanks for watching. If you've got any feedback, please leave it in the comments. Again, full patch notes will be in the description. Have a nice night and enjoy the new patch. See you guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.